What's up everyone, ReggieTECH here. I hope you're all doing well and thanks for tuning into the channel. So as you can see right next to me, I have a Nintendo Wii console in its box. Now this Nintendo Wii console is actually mine. I had this since the day it came out back in 2006. I remember my family and I walking around the city. We went to Times Square, and in front of the flagship store of Toys R Us that was in Times Square at the time, they had a huge massive line, not to mention all the posters and banners around the glass store that showed the launch of the Nintendo Wii. I had no idea it was coming out, but when I did find that out, I wanted the system. And actually, to my surprise, I came home the next day and it turns out that my dad had went and made that line to get this console on the launch day. So anytime I look at this box and I see it, all I can remember is the happiness and joy I had to come home and be surprised with this console from school. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for everything that you guys have provided. Thank you, Dad, for going out there, waiting all night and surprising me with this the next day. You know, thank you guys for everything that you guys have always done. You guys always provide me with everything I could possibly want, possibly need, and everything that's the best for me, you know. So thank you both so much for everything that you do, that you have done, that you could possibly continue to do for me. Thank you so much, and you guys do really mean the world to me. So I had this Nintendo Wii boxed up for maybe 4 years now. I haven't opened it since. I'm choosing to do an unboxing for it just because, well, I need to unbox it anyways to get it out of the box and start using it again. I wanted to play a couple of GameCube games, but I can't find my GameCube power cord or video audio cable or anything like that anymore. So I figured using the Wii might be better. I can even get to play some Wii games again, so that'll be fun. I can play both console games on one system and it'll save space. So I am excited to get this out of the box. The only thing that may not be in this box, because I think I remember seeing it somewhere else, is the Wii Sports game, but everything else should be in there. And I guess we'll all see what's actually in there once we open it up. So what do you say we go ahead and get this unboxing started? I'm pretty excited to re-unbox this, see how everything looks, see how I put everything back in there, and actually what I put back in there. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty everyone, so here we have the box, and as usual we're going to take a quick look around it. So here on the front cover we do see a nice big image of the Nintendo Wii console. We see it says Wii right in the center, and it has a nice image of the Wiimote on that side. Up at the top right it says that the Wii Sports game is included, and down at the bottom it tells you that it has the IBM microprocessor technology. Up at the top it says Wii, Nintendo logo up here, and it tells you that it has the IBM microprocessor technology once again. Coming to the side of the box, all it says is Wii. On the back of the box you get a nice big image of someone using that Wiimote. It says Wii once again and tells you that the Wii Sports game is included. On the side of the box is where we get the bulk of the information. It says Wii on this side one more time, and then it tells you everything that's included in the box, which is the console, that vertical stand, the Wiimote, the nunchuck, the sensor bar, the power cable, the AV cable, and the Wii Sports game disc. And then on the bottom of the box it will just give you the serial number and tell you that this is the Nintendo Wii once again. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this opened up. So if we put this box down like this, you'll see a little tab up here, and if we pop that tab and pull the flap down, we can then pull all those trays out. This does have 2 trays inside. Let's try to get those out. Alright, and we can put that box aside now. So here we have the 2 trays. So in the first tray, I can already see that the Wii Sports game is actually in here. I guess I did put that back in. Let's check out that game disc and we'll see what the condition is like. Oh, it actually looks like it's in fairly good condition. I remember playing this so many times, it's not even funny. But over here on the side, I can see the Wiimote, and I did decorate this with some nice binder thingies. I forget what they're called, but those little things you put on paper before you put them in the binder so that the paper doesn't rip. And then I had the Energizer battery packs in here. Those were really cool. It was the induction charging, so it was all wireless, but for some reason they always failed really quickly. Over here I can see a little baggie, and in that baggie we have the game bar sensor, and this thing was so cool. Oh boy, actually see it's a little ripped. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alrighty, let's put that to the side. The next thing we have is a whole bunch of documentation in here. We don't really need to take a look at all that. And down here, I think, oh yes, this is the vertical stands kind of stabilization disc. I remember I didn't even know that this was inside the box because I didn't even look at this when I first got this console, and I think it was maybe a couple months after actually is when I realized that this was in the box, and it was to stabilize the console when it was in the vertical mode. Something that they should have included in what's included in the box, in that little description on the outside. They should have definitely said that that was included. But that being put aside, we do have some cables up here. Let's see what these cables are, if I can get them out. Let's see. Alright, so after fighting with that for a little bit, I can see that I have the nunchuck right here. And wow, that's kind of cool. I still have the original little kind of foam packaging that was on that nunchuck controller piece right there. That's pretty cool. Alrighty, next up we have the AV cables for this Nintendo Wii. And before I pulled that out, I did see this little piece here, which is the little stand for the motion sensor bar. So if you weren't gonna stick this to your TV, you could just put this on a table and have it work like that. Next up in the second box, the first thing that I can see is the vertical stand for the Nintendo Wii. Here it is. Before we take out the console itself, let's look at what's under that panel. So we do have the power cable under there. Put that aside. And finally, we have the Nintendo Wii console. Let's take this out. Alrighty, so here it is. Here is the Nintendo Wii console. Let's get this to focus. Alrighty, so here's one side of the console. Here's how the front of the console looks. You got that power button, the reset button. You have this little flap right here for the micro SD card, as well as to sync it to a remote control. You have the game disc slot, the eject buttons right down there. On the opposite side, there's nothing much going on. On the back of the console, you have two USB ports. You have the AV output cable port. You have the sensor bar port. You have the power port, and then you got a little fan going on right here. Up at the top of the console, we have these two flaps, and you'll see that mine are extremely loose, but we have these two flaps, and it gives you some instructions in there on how to use them. You can put your GameCube remote controls in here, up to 4 of them, and then your GameCube memory cards go up here as well. And that's pretty much it for the console itself. Alrighty, so I've gone ahead and got everything out of the box and neatly placed right here in this area. And I've also gone ahead and set up that vertical stand with the stabilization plate, and also put this motion sensor on its little stand as well. So with all that being said, you guys, I am so excited to get this thing powered up, to start playing some games on it again. It's been so long. This console came out in November of 2006, so that means that it's almost 14 years old. And I've got to say that its box really stood the test of time, and moving around so much. It's in really good condition, if I do say so myself, for a 14-year-old box. And the console itself, it looks great. I mean, I can't even remember it looking this good, but it does. So All in all, I am very excited to start playing some games on this again, and I definitely know what game I'm going to play on this first. It's going to be a GameCube game. It's going to be Pokemon Colosseum, so I'm very excited to replay that game. With all that being said, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and smash that like button down below. And if you like this content and you want to see more content just like it, consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notifications bell down in that corner so that you guys will be notified anytime I upload any new videos. And as always, I hope you all stay well, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you all next time.